Locked On Sunbelt, Dave Schultz, John Neighbors. We're talking Razorbacks and Red Wolves playing a special football game in Little Rock. Let's talk about it, because every time I see Sam Pittman, SEC Media Days this week, he seems to be dreading this football game. Is he just dreading this year because he's on the hot seat? You've been right on, by the way, when you've picked winning seasons for Sam Pittman, and you do not have high expectations. They got off to a great start. Tell us about this Razorbacks football team, because they seem to have a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, and I think that's where it really rests with people, is having the Bobby Petrino offense in year 2 and Taylon Green. Taylon Green's great. They got some really skilled wide receivers that are extremely gifted, athletic, speed guys that Bobby Petrino's always been a fan of, and they fit perfectly. And the offensive line, I think, has actually improved as a cohesive unit from what it was a year ago. Not to say that the offensive line was awful last season, but it just seems like some of the moves that they made in the transfer portal have been a benefit to this season. And the running backs, you don't have Jaquindon Jackson. I think Jaquindon Jackson last season was one of the best running backs in the SEC if he just would have stayed healthy. And this year, we've heard a lot about Mike Washington, the new transfer running back. So many things about him, so many positives. I didn't get a chance to see him showcased as much because he wasn't really needed against Alabama A&M. But the point is that the offense is really what everybody's excited about and everyone's feeling good about. It's the defense that I think is pretty suspect at this point in time. People are just kind of hoping, okay, well, maybe they'll put it together. Maybe they can just bend, not break. But there's definitely some issues on depth side of things on the defensive line. They had to move an offensive lineman, Keyshawn Blackstock, over to that side of the ball. I think that the secondary players, there's still some quality there, but they're still working out some kinks and trying to figure some guys out. So the point is like the team is solid, at least offensively. There could be some things there defensively, but it's just hard to really tell after a game against Alabama A&M. This game against Arkansas State, it's one that Arkansas still should win and win pretty fairly easily, but it's definitely going to be a better test for them. And if Arkansas messes around, A-State, they could find a way to screw around and beat Arkansas. So they got to take it seriously. They got to get in there. But if Arkansas plays their A game, I think it's going to be